Hello, students. Welcome to our history class series. In this class, we will discuss about our fourth major dynasty, which is Sayyid dynasty over Delhi Sultanate. The fourth major dynasty of Delhi Sultanate is Sayyid dynasty. The Sayyid was founded by Khizr Khan. Khizr Khan was the minister during the time of Tughlaq dynasty, the last ruler Nasiruddin Tughlaq. During Timur invasion, when Tughlaq dynasty became weak, Khizr Khan attacked over Nasiruddin in 1414 and he killed Nasiruddin and he started Sayyid dynasty over Tughlaq dynasty. So who was the founder of Sayyid dynasty? Khizr Khan was the founder of Sayyid dynasty and he was the minister of Tughlaq dynasty during the time of Nasiruddin, who was the last ruler of Tughlaq dynasty. Sayyid dynasty was started in 1414 and lasted until 1451. So was the fourth ruling dynasty of the Delhi Sultanate, followed the Tughlaq and preceding the Lodhi dynasty. Means after Sayyid dynasty, Lodhis was captured. Delhi Sultanate and Lodhi was the last dynasty of Delhi Sultanate. It was established by Khizr Khan in 1414 and lasted until 1451. The Sayyid rulers are known for their struggle to maintain control over the rapidly declining Delhi Sultanate, facing internal rebellions and external threats throughout their region. As Sayyid dynasty was not very powerful dynasty, unlike Khilji dynasty, Tughlaq dynasty. So basically, during the time of Sayyid dynasty, the Delhi Sultanate rapidly declining, as there was no famous ruler and there were no administrative policy and all. Clear? So let's start Sayyid dynasty with the founder named Khizr Khan. Origin and establishment. The founder of the Sayyid dynasty was Khizr Khan. He started Sayyid dynasty in 1414 AD. He killed the major last ruler of Tughlaq dynasty, Nasiruddin, and during the time of Nasiruddin Tughlaq, he was the governor of Multan. So he was the former governor of Multan under the Tughlaq dynasty and claimed descent from the Prophet Muhammad to justify the name Sayyid. As Sayyid, the name was only used by the descendants of Prophet Muhammad. So he justified himself as a descendant of Prophet Muhammad as he justified the name Sayyida. The decline of the Tughlaq dynasty due to internal strike and invasion by Timur. Why Tughlaq dynasty decline or why he became he started Sayyid dynasty? The decline of the Tughlaq dynasty due to internal strike and invasion by Timur left a power vacuum which Khizr Khan exploited to establish his rule over Delhi. As in 1398, Timur attacked over Tughlaq dynasty, and that time Timur was supported by Khizr Khan. As due to the support of Khizr Khan, Timur won or Timur defeated Nasiruddin or Timur captured Tughlaq dynasty. Timur declared his minister Khizr Khan as he supported Timur in 1398 Battle of Delhi. And when Timur basically leave the empire, the Khizr Khan killed Nasiruddin and became ruler. Clear? So Sayyida dynasty 1414 to 1451 founded by Khizr Khan. Next, we have to discuss important points related to the Khizr Khan. He started ruling around 1414 until 1421. So he ruled over 7 years in Delhi Sultanate or Sayyid dynasty. Okay, Khizr Khan, after the death of Timur, you have to understand when Timur died, the next ruler of Persian Empire or on the behalf of Timur Empire, Shah Rukh, who was the son of Timur, became next ruler. So Khizr Khan was continue in contact with Shah Rukh, and Khizr Khan also asked support for Shah Rukh that he wants to attack on Nasiruddin and he wants some soldiers. So Shah Rukh helped Khizr Khan. That's why Khizr Khan always send some taxes to the Shah Rukh. So Khizr Khan paid taxes to the Shah Rukh. Shah Rukh was ruling in the region of Mongolia. Shah Rukh was the Timur son and Shah Rukh helped Khizr Khan to defeated Nasiruddin. That's why Khizr Khan sent taxes to the Shah Rukh also. What are the achievements done by Khizr Khan? He established the Sayyid dynasty by consolidating power in Delhi and surrounded regions. He attempted to restore administrative orders and stability in Sultanate as well as some challenges related to the Khizr Khan. The first major challenge was Mongol threats. As Mongol was continue attacking over Delhi Sultanate, so Mongol threat was the one of the major threat for Khizr Khan. So he faced continued threat from Mongol invasion, internal rebellion. He struggled with internal rebellion from regional governors and local chieftains. Clear? In 1421, he died, and after his death, his son Mubarak Khan became the next ruler with the title of Mubarak Shah. So Mubarak Shah was not his original title. He was known as Mubarak Khan. He abolished the title of Khan and he got the title of Shah. So his reign was started around 1421 to 1434. Led several military campaigns to suppress rebellions and defend the Sultanate against external threats, as he was not a very powerful or famous king. Also, he established a city of Mubarakabad near New Delhi. During the time of Mubarakabad, there was a personality visited in India known as Ahmad Sarhind. So, Ahmad Sarhind came in India during the time of Mubarak Shah. He also wrote his biography known as Tariq-e Mubarak Shahi. So, Tariq-e Mubarak Shahi was the biography of Mubarak Shah, which was written by Mubarak Shah, and he also established a city known as Mubarakabad near Yamuna or on the bank of Yamuna in Delhi. Clear? Mubarak Shah was assassinated in 1434 by his nobles, leading to further instability. And after the death of Mubarak Shah, Muhammad Shah became next ruler between 1434 to 1445. So 1434 to 1445, Muhammad Shah became the next ruler, focusing on defending the Sultanate against the increasing threat from regional powers as well as. He was very weak. His reign was marked by the weak central control and increasing autonomy of regional governors as well as. He also faced challenges in establishing a clear line of succession, leading to further instability. And the last ruler was Alauddin Alam Shah. He became ruler in 1445 till 1451. He was the last ruler of Sayyida dynasty known as Alam Shah and Alauddin Alam Shah. Known for his lack of interest in governance, leading to a further decline in the power of the Sultanate, he abdicated the throne in 1459 and retired to Badaयूं, paving the way for establishment of Lodi dynasty by Behlol Lodi. So Behlol Lodi belongs to the Afghanistan region. When basically Alam Shah leave his throne and he retired to Badaयूं, that time Behlol Lodi captured Delhi Sultanate and Behlol Lodi destroyed Sayyid dynasty, started Lodi dynasty. So after the decline of Sayyida dynasty, the Lodi dynasty became the next dynasty or the last dynasty over Delhi Sultanate. So now the next or the last dynasty, first we have to understand the decline reason of Sayyid dynasty. What are the factors which contributing to decline the Sayyidas? The first factor was internal strife. They continue internal rebellions and weak central control undermine the stability of the Sayyid dynasty. Persistence, threat from regional powers and the inability to defend against invasion further weakened the dynasty. The inability of the Sayyid ruler to maintain a strong and effective governance system lead to the rapid decline of their rule. The Sayyid dynasty is often seen as a transitional period between Tughlaq dynasty and Lodhi dynasty. Despite the political instability, some architecture developed occur, including the construction of mosques and tombs. Here are two tomb, Mubarak Shah tomb and Khizr Khan tomb. Mubarak Shah tomb is located in Kotla, Mubarakpur, Delhi. It is an example of Sayyida architecture. And Khizr Khan tomb, a significant monument reflecting the architecture style of the period. Clear? So this was the complete Sayyid dynasty. So let's quick revise the session. In this session, we have discussed the Sayyida dynasty. Sayyida dynasty was started by the Khizr Khan, who was the minister during the time of Tughlaq dynasty, when Tughlaq became weak or looted or stolen by or completely destroyed by the Temurlang. He killed Nasiruddin and he captured Tughlaq dynasty and started fourth dynasty over Delhi Sultanate. So he is known as the founder of Khizr Khan. He declared himself as a descent from the Prophet Muhammad. He continued pay tax to the Shah Rukh. Who was Shah Rukh? Shah Rukh was the son of Taimur. As with the help of Shah Rukh, he killed Nasiruddin. Clear. During his time, Mongols also attacked in India. In 1421, he died. Laterly, after the death of Alauddin Sayyid dynasty's founder Khizr Khan, the Mubarak Khan, known as Mubarak Shah, became the next ruler. Mubarak Shah established a city known as Mubarakabad near Delhi on the bank of Yamuna River. And he also assassinated by his nobles or his ministers in 1434. After Mubarak Shah, Muhammad Shah became next ruler, and he was very weak. During his time, the empire became more weak. Clear? And the last ruler of Sayyida dynasty was Alam Shah, known as Alauddin Alam Shah. The last ruler in 1451, he retired himself, and this dynasty was captured by Behlul Lodhi, and Behlul Lodhi started Lodhi dynasty. Over Delhi Sultanate. So let's start the Lodhi dynasty. We have also discussed decline and two major monuments, Mubarak Shah tomb and Khizr Khan tomb. Both tombs are in Delhi. Next is Lodhi dynasty. Generally, Lodhis are also known as the actual founder of Afghan dynasty in India. So this dynasty was established by Behlul Lodhi. Behlul Lodhi was the founder of Lodhi dynasty, and he was the actual founder or actual Afghan origin person. Clear? On 19th of April 1451, Behlul Shah Ghazi became the next ruler of or the founder, or he basically became the king of Lodhi dynasty. So there is a specific date, 19th of April 1951, when he became ruler with the name of Behlul Shah Ghazi. Clear? So he also established some coins with the name of Behlul coins. So Behlul coins were also established by Behlul Lodhi. So Lodhi dynasty was the last ruling dynasty of Delhi Sultanate, reaching from 1451 to 1526, as this dynasty was started in 1451 and this dynasty was ended in 1526. Founded by Behlul Lodhi, it was notable for its Afghan origin. As I told you, they are the actual Afghan origin, and for bringing significant administrative and military reforms. The dynasty ended with the defeat of Ibrahim Lodhi by Babur in the First Battle of Panipat, which marked the beginning of the Mughal Empire's mean. After the decline of Lodhi dynasty, the Mughals capture Delhi Sultanate, and that's why Lodhi dynasty is known as last dynasty. Why Mughal Empire is not a part of Delhi dynasty? Why Lodhi are the last dynasty? Basically, Lodhis shifted their capital, or during the time of Lodhis, the capital was shifted from Delhi to Agra during the time of Sikandar Lodhi. As the whole centralization was shifted toward Delhi to Agra, when Mughals captured Lodhi, then they captured Agra. As all the centralization shifted towards Agra, that's why Lodhi dynasty is known as last Delhi Sultanate dynasty. And when Mughal came in India, they first captured Agra. That's why Mughals were known not as the part of Delhi dynasty. Clear? So we have to understand the origin and establishment of Lodhi dynasty. The founder of Lodhi dynasty was Behlol Lodhi, who started Lodhi dynasty in 1451 and in 1489 he died. Behlol Lodhi, Afghan noble and governor of Sirhind, founded the Lodhi dynasty. So when Behlol Lodhi was the part of Sayyid dynasty, and when Sayyid dynasty was ruling over Lodhi dynasty, ruling over Delhi Sultanate, that time he was the minister of Sayyid dynasty, and he ruled, or he was the governor of Sirhind region, Punjab. He seized power in Delhi in 1451 after the abdication of last Sayyid ruler Alam Shah. Clear? Behlol Lodhi was initially appointed as the governor of Punjab by the Sayyid ruler. He consolidated his power in North India and eventually took control of Delhi Sultanate. Behlol Lodhi, 1451 to 1489. As I told you, he is the person who basically established or who started Lodhi coins in India. He also known as Maqsad-e-Ali. So he successfully expanded his control over northern India, consolidated power in regions such as Punjab and Delhi. He leads numerous campaigns to subdue rebellion governors and regional rulers, thus stabilizing the Sultanate. He implemented some policies to improve the administration and governance of the Sultanate as well as. Clear? In 1489, due to basically some medical issues, he died, and after the death of Behlol Lodhi, his son Sikandar Lodhi became the next ruler. Sikandar Lodhi was the next or most important ruler of Lodhi dynasty, whose rule start around 1489 till 1517. Sikandar Lodhi was the person in 1504 who established Agra and shifted his capital from Delhi to Agra. That's why all the centralization was shifted towards Delhi to Agra, and when Mughal came in India, they captured Agra first. Clear? Also, to measure things, Sikandar Lodhi was the person who started Gaje Shikandari, and he also established Sikandre coins or Sikandar coins. So Gaje Sikandari was also established by Sikandar Lodhi, and Sikandari coins were also established by Sikandar Lodhi. Clear? He also wrote some books known as Gurul Sakhi. Gurul Sakhi are some poems which were written by Sikandar Lodhi. He expanded the territory of Delhi Sultanate to include parts of Bihar and Bengal. He also established city Agra in 1504 and shifted capital from Delhi to Agra. He promoted Persian literature and culture, supporting poets and scholars as well as, and he also wrote a book known as Gul Rukhi, which was a poetry book basically. He also destroyed Nagarkot Jwalamukhi temple in India. So he was also known as the destroyer of the Indian temple. As in 1517, due to the throat infection, he died, and the last ruler of Tughlaq dynasty became Ibrahim Lodhi from 1517 to 1526. Ibrahim Lodhi was the last ruler of Tughlaq dynasty. Lodhi dynasty faced significant internal distance and rebellion from his noble and governor due to his autocracy style of rule. Conflict with regional powers, engage in conflict with the Rajput as well as and the other regional powers weakened the Sultanate. He also fought with Rana Sanga in 1519 and in 1526. During the first battle of Panipat, Ibrahim Lodhi was defeated by the Babar, and the Babar established Mughal Empire in India. So after first battle of Panipat, The first battle of Panipat was fought in 1526 between Ibrahim Lodi and between Babur. In this battle, Babur won and Babur destroyed Lodi dynasty and Babur established Mughal Empire. So after this battle, Mughals became the ruler of India. Some administrations and military reforms of the Lodi dynasty. Administrative reform. The Lodi, particularly Sikandar Lodi, works towards centralizing administrative control, reducing the autonomy of provincial governance. He also reformed the revenue collection system to increase state revenue and improve agriculture productivity. During the time of Sultanate, basically now we are discussing all over the administration. During the time of Sultanate period, the head of the administration were known as Sultan. So Sultan was the head of the administration, mean king was known as the Sultan. During the time of Balban and Alauddin, the rich people were of Delhi Sultanates were more powerful. That's why they control the power of rich people in Delhi Sultanate. Means during the time of Alauddin Khilji and during the time of Balban, rich were completely destroyed by the Alauddin Khilji and Iltutmish also. But the most powerful rich person and the rich person got their power during the time of Lodi dynasty. Also during the time of Lodi dynasty or during the time of Sultanate period, the council of ministers were known as Majlis-e-Khalwat. तो Majlis-e-Khalwat, council of ministers were known as Majlis-e-Kharwas. Bar-e-Khas, all the slaves were known as Bar-e-Khas. And that time, Wazir was the main minister of Delhi Sultanate, and the major purpose of Wazir to collect the revenue. So means the revenue officer were known as the main minister, the prime minister, and that time the prime minister were known as Wazir. The audit officer were known as Mushrif-e-Mufalik. So Mushrif-e-Mufalik was another post which were known as the audit officer. Clear? And the justice or judicial officer during the time of Delhi Sultanate was Qazi ul Ujat. So Qazi ul Ujat was the justice officer during Sultanate period. Ikta was known as the provinces. The province were known as the Ikta, and we already discussed that Iktadari system was started by Iltutmish, and Iltutmish afterly cash payment was given by Alauddin Khilji. There was another post known as Amir-e-Sada. Amir-e-Sada was the head of 100 villages at that time. So the head of 100 villages during the time of Sultanate period were known as Amir-e-Sada. And the smallest unit in province or political was village. Clear? And the permanent next is related to the army. The permanent army were known as the Khas Khel. So during the time of Delhi Sultanate, the permanent army were also pronunciate the name of Khas Khel. There were two basically weapons, or we can say cannons. Cannon were known as Manglik and Arad. Generally, cannon was started by in the first battle of Panipat. First time Mughals used cannon system. But during the time of Lodi dynasty, there were a Barood also known as Manglik or Arad. There were another types of crop production, the Sarsuti. Sarsuti was the high quality rice. So high quality rice during the time of Lodi dynasty were known as Sarsuti. Anhilwada was the major center for the merchant also, or we can say during the time of Sultanate period, Anhilwada was the Manchester of the city. Satgam was used for the silk cloth, and indigo. Agra was the famous center for the production of indigo. And Banaras was famous for the saris as well as the gold and silver work. Clear? And there were, okay, if we are talking about Justic, we have discussed the military reforms also during if we are talking about the Justics, we already discussed that the head Justics head king was the major Justics head, but the four rules book of for Justic was Quran, Hadith, Ijma और Qiyas. ठीक है. So these was the administrative reforms. So military में strengthen the military, recruiting Afghan soldiers and improving the cavalry and infantry units. So that time the cavalry and infantry both units were the part of the military campaign. They built and reinforced forts in strategic location to protect the empire from invasion. Cultural and architecture contribution of the Lodhis. The Lodhi dynasty promoted Persian culture and literature as well as Persian became the court language and many Persian poets and scholars were patronized during the time of Lodhi. The major language of the Lodhis was Persian and most of the Persian culture and literature was basically written by the Lodhis only. The Lodhi rulers built several notable structures including tombs, mosques, which display a unique blend of Persian and Indian architecture style. The notable monuments during the time of Lodhis were Tomb of Behlol Lodhi. The tomb of Behlol Lodhi is located in Delhi and it reflects the architectural style of the period. Sikandar Lodhi tomb, it is situated in Lodhi Garden, Delhi. It is a fine example of Lodhi architecture. Another significant structure in Lodhis are Lodhi Garden, known for its intricate design and decoration. So Lodhi Garden was also established by the Lodhis also. Okay, the last ruler was Behlol Lodhi. There was also a story related to Behlol Lodhi in the history. What was the story of Behlol Lodhi? And this explains the decline of the Behlol Lodhi and starting the empire of Mughal Empire. According to some historicals, the Babur was invited by Ibrahim Lodhi's uncle Daulat Khan Lodhi and Alam Khan Lodhi. There was a two personality, Daulat Khan Lodhi and Alam Khan Lodhi. They both want to become the next ruler of Lodhi dynasty, but they that's why they want to defeated last ruler Ibrahim Lodhi. But they do not have or they did not have sufficient soldiers so that they can attack to Ibrahim Lodhi. So Daulat Khan or Alam Khan Lodhi had some connection with the Babur also. So they invited Babur to India. That Babur came to India, defeated Ibrahim Lodhi on the behalf of Daulat Khan Lodhi or Alam Khan Lodhi, and basically they signed an agreement in which Babur, Daulat Khan Lodhi and Alam Khan Lodhi will pay some amount to Babur. Babur fought with Ibrahim Lodhi. Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodhi, and then Babur helped Daulat Khan Lodhi or Alam Khan Lodhi to become king. But when Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodhi, Babur basically became starting ruling over India. So Babur breached the agreement, but Babur was invited by Ibrahim Lodhi's relatives Daulat Khan Lodhi and Alam Khan Lodhi. Plus, there was another ruler known as Rana Sanga who belongs to the Sisodia dynasty. So he also invited Babur in India. Laterly, when Babur basically breached the agreement, they all attack on Babur also. We will discuss this scenario into Mughal Empire. So this was the complete Delhi Sultanate we have discussed. And in this class, we have discussed two major dynasties. First is Sayyada dynasty founded by Khizr Khan, processed by Mubarak Khan, Muhammad Shah, and the last ruler was Alam Shah. Khizr Khan was the minister of Nasiruddin, but he promote Temurlang and he support Temurlang. Later, Lodhis was founded by Behlol Lodhi after when the last ruler of Sayyada dynasty basically leave his empire. That time, Behlol Lodhi captured Sayyada dynasty. Before ruler, he was the governor of Sarhind, governor of Punjab in Sayyadas. Behlol Lodi was the person who started Behlol coins in India, and he was known as the actual Afghan ruler. Means he all actually belongs to the Afghanistan only. Later, Sikandar Lodi was his son. After the death of Behlol Lodi, Sikandar Lodi became ruler. He started Gaje Sikandari as well as he established the city Agra in 1504 and shifted his capital from Delhi to Agra in 1504. And he promoted Persian literature and Persian culture and also support poets and scholars. And the last ruler of Lodi dynasty was Ibrahim Lodi, as Ibrahim Lodi faced the conflict with the Rajput, especially Rana Sanga. In 1519, he battled with Rana Sanga also. And in 1526, Babur attack on Ibrahim Lodi. Babur came in India with the support of Mahawat Khan Lodi or Daulat Khan Lodi. So Mahawat Khan and Daulat Khan invited Babur in India. Then Babur fought with Ibrahim Lodi, and this is known as First Battle of Panipat. The First Battle of Panipat, 1526, between Babur and Ibrahim Lodi. In this battle, Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodi and started Mughal Empire in India. So these are the architecture related to the Lodis. And decline, we already know that the last ruler was very weak. Ibrahim Lodi autocracy rule and inability to manage internal dissents weakened the dynasty, and he was defeated by Babur in First Battle of Panipat. So this is the last dynasty of Delhi Sultanate we have discussed. I hope you understand this session. Thank you.